Have you ever felt that history is hiding something from you? That the world you know is built on gaps, on truths erased in fire? The pain of never knowing what humanity lost still lingers today. The Library of Alexandria held that missing knowledge, and tonight we will uncover its secrets so you can finally see the answers that were stolen from us. Before we begin, subscribe now so you never miss these hidden truths. The storm gathers over the sea and your mind drifts back in time. Imagine flames licking ancient scrolls, shadows of soldiers, and the smell of burning papyrus. Somewhere within that inferno, secrets that could have changed the course of human history vanished. Tonight, you and I will descend into the mystery of the Library of Alexandria. Before we begin, subscribe now so you never miss these hidden truths. They say the library was more than a building. It was a beacon, a vessel meant to contain the wisdom of the known world. Ships docking in Alexandria were searched, their scrolls copied, their knowledge absorbed. But one night, centuries of collected memory turned to ash. Why does this matter now? Because the knowledge lost there may explain the very gaps in our history that still haunt us. You picture the city, Alexandria, founded by Alexander the Great, polished marble gleaming in the sun, streets carved straight as if made for eternity. The library was not just shelves and scrolls. It was an attempt to gather every voice, every discovery, every record of humankind. Mathematics, astronomy, medicine, rituals, forgotten languages, all waiting in silence. What was stored there and what was destroyed? The first whisper comes from 48 BC. Julius Caesar pursued into the city, fire spreading across the harbor, ships aflame. Did that blaze leap from wood to parchment? Some believe so. Others say the real loss came later, under Roman or Christian rule. Every version points to one truth: the knowledge that slipped into smoke was irreversible. And yet, stories suggest some fragments survived. Think of the scrolls on medicine. Galen, the physician, studied in Alexandria, and some of his work survived through indirect echoes. Imagine what else might have been recorded. Cures lost to time, surgical techniques never rediscovered, texts on diseases described centuries before they reappeared. What if entire plagues could have been prevented had these writings not turned to ash? From medicine, the path twists to the stars. Ancient astronomers once charted the heavens from those halls. The Greek astronomer Eratosthenes, who calculated the Earth's circumference with uncanny precision, worked in Alexandria. If his work survived, perhaps others measured celestial mechanics with equal brilliance. Did they glimpse the elliptical orbit of planets long before Kepler? Did they map galaxies invisible to our eyes? Now picture shelves lined with texts on lost civilizations. Egyptians, Babylonians, Persians, Indians, all their wisdom copied, translated, preserved. Could the library have held maps of continents across the ocean? Legends speak of strange charts, sailors describing western lands long before Columbus. Were these whispers based on texts locked inside Alexandria, erased before the world was ready? But knowledge has always been dangerous. Imagine scrolls detailing the secrets of alchemy, not superstition, but proto-science, recipes for alloys and energies. What if experiments we think belong to the Middle Ages were already tested centuries earlier? What if formulas for lost technologies, the legendary Greek fire, metals resistant to corrosion, rested on those shelves? This is the shadow of Alexandria, not just what was lost, but what we were never allowed to see. Pause for a moment. If you find yourself haunted by these mysteries, hit that like button now. It tells me you want to journey deeper into the forgotten vaults of history. Consider mathematics. Stories say the library preserved writings from cultures far beyond Greece. Imagine scrolls describing the zero from India, or complex equations centuries before Europeans discovered them. Did Alexandria hold blueprints for mechanical computers like the Antikythera mechanism, but more advanced? Did it describe machines we have not yet recreated? The silence of history tempts us toward philosophy. Within those walls, teachers debated not only science, but the essence of existence. Could the lost works have explored consciousness, the soul, or mysteries of the human mind? Perhaps they left us keys to spiritual traditions we now call fragmented, Gnostic scriptures, Hermetic codes, wisdom traditions now scattered. Did the flames devour not just facts, but meaning itself? If you find yourself haunted by these mysteries, hit that like button now. It tells me you want to journey deeper into the forgotten vaults of history. Picture the scholars, robes dusted with ash, eyes wide with despair, clutching fragments as fires consumed the rest. Some fled, carrying pieces. Some whispered knowledge to students. Could those remnants have seeded secret societies, groups sworn to guard fragments of lost truth? The threads of the Masons, the Rosicrucians, the Hermetic orders, all may trace back to Alexandria's ashes. We bridge to power. The rulers who controlled Alexandria understood the stakes. Knowledge is power. Control the scrolls, and you control the narrative. Was the library destroyed by accident, or was it deliberate? Did authorities fear what would happen if ordinary people learned forbidden truths? Think of discoveries that might challenge religion, governance, or empires. Sometimes destruction is the greatest form of censorship, and so we face the greatest speculation. What if the library contained proof of contact? Imagine texts from travelers describing sky gods, beings descending from the heavens. Imagine records of devices or ships not built by human hands. Would rulers not erase them to preserve order? The silence left behind leaves only questions, but questions more terrifying than answers. As centuries passed, echoes persisted. In medieval Baghdad, scholars claimed to preserve knowledge older than Greece. In monasteries, fragments were copied. In Arabic texts, references appear to works no one has ever found. Did they descend from Alexandria's shelves? Or were they pieces of something even older, funneled through the great library like water through a single channel before it vanished? Let us return to Alexandria itself. Picture the Serapeum, the daughter library, where some works were said to be housed. In 391 AD, it too was destroyed. Imagine the rage of the mob. Statues toppled, papyrus shredded. The pattern repeats. Each time humanity builds a treasury of wisdom, chaos or conquest shatters it. Is this cycle coincidence or a hand unseen, ensuring we remain blind? From the ashes of Alexandria, shadows grew. Alchemists in Europe whispered of lost books, claiming to hold fragments of the ancient flame. Renaissance thinkers hunted for texts rumored to survive. The obsession to recover what was lost fueled the birth of modern science. It is as though the destruction of Alexandria was not just an ending, but a spark that haunted generations. But one story stands apart. Some believe scrolls were hidden, smuggled away before the final fires. Legends say secret archives were created, perhaps buried beneath Alexandria, perhaps spirited into the deserts, perhaps locked inside the Vatican's forbidden vaults. Could these fragments still exist, sealed away, where only the powerful may look? Here lies the climax, the possibility that humanity's greatest truths are not lost but hidden, that the wisdom of Alexandria survives, but only for the eyes of the chosen. If that is true, then what you and I long for is not ashes restored, but veils torn away. The tragedy is not the burning, it is the silence of those who still hold the keys. Now step back with me. What does this mean for you? The library teaches us that knowledge is fragile. Truth is not guaranteed to survive. And when power decides, even entire worlds of wisdom can be erased. The mystery of Alexandria is not only about the past. It is a mirror for our present, warning us that what we fail to protect, we may lose forever. So we leave the library, smoke curling behind us, shelves reduced to shadows in your imagination, but in your mind, perhaps the scrolls still breathe. Perhaps the lost voices are still waiting for those willing to search. The ashes of Alexandria are not cold. They are embers, whispering for the curious to draw closer. If you are ready to explore mysteries even darker than this one, subscribe now, because the next secret is waiting where the shadows grow deepest. You've always felt that something vital was stolen from humanity, that the silence of history left you searching in the dark. That pain is real. The Library of Alexandria was a wound carved into our past. But the solution is this: to seek, to question, to refuse to forget. Because as long as you and I keep the memory alive, the knowledge is never truly lost. If you are ready to explore mysteries even darker than this one, subscribe now, because the next secret is waiting where the shadows grow deepest.